Yo, what's up ladies and gentlemen, JJ Prime here back with another video. And in today's review, we will be taking a look at the Transformers Siege Deluxe Class Sideswipe. So, here I am, and there he is in all his mighty vehicle mode. And this is very Cybertronian looking vehicle mode. It actually looks quite good in my opinion. It looks quite, the back, you can tell that's basically the Lamborghini behind right there. So, yeah. But overall, it's a nice looking vehicle mode. I do quite like that. He does have an Autobot symbol right there on the hood. And right off the bat, you do have his weapon right here. So, done in red and black plastic. You can see how that looks. Now, this weapon can actually split into two parts. So you can have like two guns if you want to, but officially you're supposed to keep them together, and that's his signature shoulder launcher. So it's just gonna put this off to the side. Now the way to store this, if you can actually plug this right here into this port or to this port, or if you want to, you can just plug it in to this port like so, and that looks ridiculous in my opinion. So yeah, it kind of looks ridiculous, but anyway, so there you have that. So yeah, he has nice silver paint on the rims, got some nice black paint right here on the doors right here, looks pretty cool, and got some nice detail on the windshield. Yeah, got that some Cybertronian this is where my tongue stops working. Yeah, nice detail in the windshield, like behind it has, like, you know, it's done in translucent. The plastic is done in a translucent plastic, so yeah, it's a nice looking windshield, and I do like that. Now, if you do have red alert, the only difference is the head and this part right here, because for red alert, this windshield is completely black. It's not translucent. This one is translucent for some reason. I don't know, but hey, it is what it is. And you come under here. Hasbro did try to hide his face, but you can tell that's literal visible mouth syndrome and everything. You can tell those are his arms, but you can just pretend that's the the bottom of the car. I mean, it's nothing blatantly obvious. That's the robot mode arms. So yeah, but overall, it's a nice looking vehicle mode. Oh yeah, he does have some nice gunmetal gray paint on these little bits right here. The one thing that could make this vehicle mode a lot better is that if he had his spoiler. Yeah, you got these slots right here, which was meant to, to plug in the spoiler, I guess. So he doesn't have his natural spoiler from G1, but I guess it's his Cybertronian alt mode. He doesn't have his spoiler yet. So once he goes to Earth, then he will scan an Earth Lamborghini, and he'll have his spoiler, like he should have, So I'm gonna bring in some comparisons right now, and let's bring in Hoist. Right here, actually, is getting a group shot of the, the G1 Autobots. So far, we're gonna bring in Cliff Jumper, Wheeljack, and we'll bring in, of course, we're going to bring in Prime. Right here, you can see how they look together. And that's a nice looking set of Autobots. So wait, I'm going to bring in one more just because. So I'm going to bring in one more Autobot and bring in Impactor. So yes, Impactor is an Autobot. I don't care. So I know Impactor was a Decepticon in the Siege cartoon, but who cares? I mean, he joined the Autobots in the end, and he died. He died as an Autobot. If you haven't watched the series, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if I spoiled it. So yeah. But that's a nice looking set of Autobots. I do quite like that, so there you have that. Okay, we almost got the comparisons out of the way, so time to test Sideswipe. So we're gonna test him and see if he can actually fit inside Prime's trailer. So we're gonna bring this down like so. and see if he can fit. No, he cannot fit inside Prime's trailer. He's a bit too wide, so that's unfortunate. So yeah, he can't really fit in there. So there you have that going on. And I believe we are done with the vehicle mode. It's really good. I think this vehicle mode works. It works for me anyway, so let us get down to the conversion into his robot mode. So we're going to, what are we going to start with? We're going to start with, open up these panels right here. Just untap those. And you want to untap these panels right here. Untap them like so. And just fold the legs down. And this is pretty cool. So once you split the legs, the knee joint right here will just rotate to the back, and that piece will push out this foot, and you can actually take the foot and bring it down and just close up that panel and bring up the leg like so. And that's a pretty cool trick. I do quite like that. So just rotate this to the back and just flip this down, close up this panel and bring up the leg, and there you have his legs all done. So now you can take this whole waist section right here and just rotate it 180 like so, and just bring out his arms, flip out his hands at the same time because we can, and just unfold his hands, unfold the arms like so, bring down the arms, and now you can take these panels and flip them in. That's what you're supposed to do, and just take this section right here and just flip that out. That will reveal his face, and just take this section, untap that, and just bring that down, and the crotch section will tab into that slot like so. And just tab that in, and I believe we are done. So once you're done, you get a very cool looking Sideswipe in his robot mode. So yeah, he looks really good. Yeah, that definitely looks like a G1 Sideswipe in my opinion. But the only issue that I have with this figure is that his ankles are pretty loose. So I mean, the toe joints, they're pretty loose. So once you try to stand him, he'll try to lean forward a little bit. So just bring down his feet a little bit more, and he can stand straight, but he tends to fall a little bit to the front. But there you have that. There you have his robot mode. He looks quite good. Yeah, he definitely looks like Sideswipe. So you can see his head sculpt. Definitely a Sideswipe head sculpt. That looks really good in my opinion. Nice silver on the face, blue for the eyes. Again, the Autobot symbol on the chest like so. And you have this little post right here. I think that's for the effects parts, I guess. And also this post for the effects parts. And yeah, you can see he has some scratches. I mean, that was accurate in the not in the movie, in the show, in the Netflix cartoon. That was pretty accurate. I mean, they went through some scratches. They were in a battle, and an enraged war. So that is pretty cool. Even he got scratches on his crotch as well, so that's pretty cool. Some nice little silver paint right there on the waist, like so. Yeah, overall, even he has some scratches, some weathering on his toes, on his feet. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a nice looking robot mode. I do quite like that. Now, articulation wise, it's basically the same articulation with everybody. So articulation on the head, it rotates full 360, can look up a little bit, can look down a little bit. Shoulders can rotate the full 360, can move in and out. Bicep swivel, this is very tight, a bicep swivel. He does have an elbow joint about 90 degrees, and the hands do not have a swivel, at this hinge, but this hinge can actually move inward due to transformation. He does have a waist swivel, and the legs can move up that far, can move back that far, thigh swivel as well, and you have a knee joint only slightly under 90 degrees, a bend. He does have ankle tiltage, and the feet can move up and down a little bit. So yeah, he's pretty poseable in some spots. So yeah, I do quite like this figure. So now we can arm him up with his natural signature shoulder missile. So just there are slots on the top right here. On either side, you can take this and tab it in right here or like so. But I prefer to tab it in and on the side because that is more accurate. So I mean, it's for me. For me, I tab this weapon onto the side. But if you want to, you can take this and hold it into his hands like a handheld gun if you want to. So it's you have options. So yeah. And always options are good, definitely. Options are definitely really good. So you can actually play around with the figure, have this, mounted in his hands, have him hold it, or mount it on the shoulders, or forearms, and the sides of his forearms, or you can actually plug the gun right here on these ports. You can use those ports if you want to, or if you don't want to see the weapon right here, you can actually take it and just plug it into the back like so if you want to. So. And I almost forgot to mention, I just stuttered just now. I forgot to mention that the transformation is pretty clean. So he's pretty clean. It's a pretty clean transformation. I do quite like that. So we're gonna bring in some comparisons right here. Okay, so now we can continue on with the group shot of the Autobots. So I'm just gonna, bring up the camera a little bit more. Can see all the Autobots. So I'm gonna so we have Sideswipe right here. So we're gonna bring in some of the Earthrise Autobots. Not all. We're gonna bring some. So, and I think I transformed Hoist wrongly. So sorry. Oh my God. Okay, there we go. Okay, right. Okay, there we go. So we got Hoist right here. And does he want to fall? Oh, of course he wants to fall. Why doesn't anyone like to stand on this carpet? Really, man. Hoist, come on. Hoist. Come on, Hoist. Please, Hoist. Please, stand. Wait, why? Why are you being so difficult? Why are you being so difficult, man? Hey. Stand up. Okay, you stay. Anyway, so we got Hoist, and we'll bring in Mr. Wheeljack, and of course Hoist, come on, man. Come on. There we go. And we can bring in little Mr. Cliff Jumper right here. And we're gonna bring in Impactor, and of course the leader of the Autobots himself, Optimus Prime. So yeah, so there you have the Autobot team right there. I mean, it's not all of the Autobots, but what I have so far right here on the carpets. I mean, I have Smokescreen, I have RC, but I don't, plan to, get all the Autobots in the group shot here. So it's just have some, just to see how big Sideswipe is. So yeah, I think Sideswipe scales well with Prime. I'm not sure whether this is the correct scale between Sideswipe and Impactor, because Sideswipe never, talked with Impactor. But I guess, I guess. I guess maybe that's the correct scale. I don't know, but yeah, that's a cool looking group of Autobots. I will say it's a cool looking group of Autobots. So there you go. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on Siege Deluxe Class Sideswipe. And yeah, this figure is definitely an awesome looking figure, and he is nicely detailed, nicely painted. But of course, it could have used more paint, like on the forearms. Could have used more paint right there, but it's not the end of the world, so it's okay. It is what it is. But overall, I think I like this figure. The robot mode looks great. The vehicle mode looks good, except the fact that he doesn't have his spoiler. I mean, I understand that, it is a Cybertronian. It's a more Cybertronian-ish vehicle, but But, you know, I mean, it could be an Earth vehicle as well, because it looks exactly like a Lamborghini, so, yeah. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool figure. The robot mode, I guess the only thing that is missing is his jetpack. But I guess that can be fixed if you get the, you know, the Generation Selects Deluxe Class Centurion Drone, aka the repainted Brunt. He does include, you know, it does come with a bunch of accessories that you can play around, like with Megatron's whipping club and everything, the wrecking ball, and Optimus Prime's proper axe, I think, and Optimus Prime's roller as well, and it does, you know, have Sideswipe's jetpack, you know, as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't plan to get those accessories because it's gonna be, you know, most of it is gonna be useless and gonna be chucked away in a treasure box, in a little treasure box of useless accessories from the Transformers franchise. So yeah. But overall, this figure is amazing. He's pretty fun to mess with. The transformation is definitely smooth and enjoyable, so I do quite like it. So yeah, and you can actually, you know, take effects parts and plug it right here, plug it right there, or, you know, plug it on his shoulder as well if you want to. So yeah, you have playability in this line as well. So yeah, basically the War for Cybertron trilogy, all the 3 toy lines, Siege, Earthrise, Kingdom, they all deal with playability, and I do quite like that. I have no problem with that whatsoever. So far, my favorite gimmick is the weaponizers, because you can actually take apart these robots and, you know, have them combined with your other robots, like Sideswipe right here. So you can actually, you know, combine Sideswipe with, you know, with Airwave, with Ironworks, with Cog, with Six Gun, with Brunt, you name it. It's your toy. Display it however you wish, and you can play it however you want. So that is pretty cool. So as far as ranking Sideswipe from a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm just gonna give him, you know, he could use more paint, so I'm just gonna give him maybe a 9 out of 10. So yeah, a 9 out of 10. It's a really well done figure. Well done, Hasbro. You get 2 thumbs up from me just for that. So yeah, really cool figure in my opinion. So, and I think that is pretty much it for today's video. So ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss any future reviews of new upcoming figures and old figures. And hit that notification bell down below so that you can get notified when a new video is up and ready. So, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there you have the Transformers Siege Deluxe Class Sideswipe. And this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out.